Hello, how are you? How is everybody tonight? I am going to go over the blue moon that we are about to experience on Halloween on Saturday. I'm getting this from wellandgood.com/Taurus full moon backslash. The rare Halloween full blue moon has life-changing energy. Here's what to expect for your sign. Hey Eva, how are you doing, gorgeous? Oh my goodness, your dad is so adorable. He's doing what he loves doing. Leave him alone. Pick that arm up for him. The upcoming Taurus full moon or Hunter's moon will be anything but ordinary. For starters, it's occurring on Halloween in all time zones for the first time in 76 years at 10:49 a.m. Eastern Time. It's also a blue moon, which only occurs when there are 2 full moons within 1 month. The full moon in Aries happened October 1st. During this lunar transit, we can expect certain world events to take a sharp turn, surfacing jarring hidden information that can shift important facets of our lives. While these changes can appear on the surface, the potent magic is made from deep below. Your dad's adorable. The Taurus full moon will form an exact connection with Uranus in Taurus, the planet of rebellion, shocks, and surprises, which has been retrograde since August 15th. And the full moon's energy bursts through the depths of Scorpio season, when the veil to other realms is thin. Doing shadow work, the practice of healing of ancestral wounds or inner child challenges, can create a potent window for positive change and growth in our lives. Again, this energy teaches us that we can follow our joy and magnetize abundance simply by being, rather than hustle and grind. Acceptance of our true selves and love is the key. Now, for what the energy of this full moon in Taurus holds. This is a Venus-influenced full moon, as the planet rules both Taurus and Libra, and Venus will be in Libra during the event. Mythologically, Venus, the divine feminine, is the goddess of love, abundance, and justice. The number 13 and the moon itself also represents the divine feminine, which is notable because we are graced with 13 moon cycles this year. This energy teaches us that we can follow our joy and magnetize abundance simply by being, rather than hustle and grind. Acceptance of our true selves and love is the key. Self-love is important during times like these. In addition to making moon water to empower yourself, you can use your zodiac sign's energy to turn challenges into triumphs and boost your internal magnetism to step into a more aligned reality with the power of the Taurus full moon. How to make the most of the Taurus full moon energy for your zodiac sign. Aries. For Aries, your self-worth will be boosted during this lunation. Your self-worth will be boosted during this lunation, Aries. Your material gain is closely tied to what you believe you are worth. If you believe in what you have to bring to the table, you can attract abundance. Sudden shift in your career world can give you this opportunity for positive growth. First, though, you must know you are worthy and ask for it. Your full moon self-care tip. As a fire sign with a lot of internal energy, use your element to usher in self-love under the light of the full moon. Light a dark green candle representing abundance and take quiet time for yourself. Take a blank sheet of paper and slowly script. Write out a powerful statement 13 times to usher in this energy and bring it into existence. Try, the universe will always provide for me. Money always magnetizes to me. I am worthy. I am always abundant. Fold the paper in half and roll it towards you. Sleep with this under your pillow. Taurus. Taurus, the full moon is occurring in your sign, which is significant for your identity. You may feel prompted to change your appearance or shift how you present yourself to the world. Relationships that no longer align with this new truth may leave, but it's only for the better. Your full moon self care tip: flowers invoke your element of earth and your ruling planet, Venus's energy of love, abundance, and beauty, and help you integrate it into your being. Purchase yourself chamomile essential oil and apply as necessary. Meditate on the day of the Taurus full moon to practice the art of being. Take in the aromas while envisioning loving who you truly are. Gemini. Hey, Muay Thai. I'll get to yours. I'll get to yours soon, Muay Thai. My little Cancer you. Gemini, your subconscious mind and the limiting beliefs holding you back are shifting for you, Gemini. A situation outside yourself can trigger you to look within and understand how you've been holding yourself back all along. This can be an incredibly healing time, resulting in new wisdom. Your full moon self care tip: breathwork is an ancient and powerful tool for shifting metaphysical energies like subconscious thought patterns. Attend a class to tap into its power and release the chatter from your busy mind. After journal what comes up for you in order for you to become mindful of these thoughts and mentally release them. Answer, here's yours, Muay Thai. The moon is in your ruling planet, so its energy can deeply affect you, Cancer. Information you receive online or in your professional network can completely change what you value. You are realizing that you must value yourself and your own personal dreams in order for others to do the same. Your full moon self care tip: taking time off from social media, texting, and email is wise on the day of the Taurus full moon. If you have the ability, visit the beach and become one with your natural element of water, away from the noise. Find a safe spot to meditate silently, listening to the waves crash. You can also take a nourishing sea salt bath under the light of the moon. Leo, a sudden surprise or development in your professional life may be the catalyst for you to step into your natural role as the star of the show. Your day-to-day routine can become erratic, but this is only to elevate your work. Only you can seize this moment and choose to level up your career, Leo. Your full moon self-care tip: as a natural creative, having belief in your abilities is the key to professional growth. Healing and strengthening your inner child can help you roll with these changes. So take time for a fun-filled activity, whether it's wearing creative costume or simply drawing, dancing, and taking time alone. Virgo. Virgo, you will feel the sudden drive to communicate or prove beliefs and values that you hold dear. You may speak out on social equality or rebel against inherited beliefs that are no longer serving you. Your opinion has value, and speaking your truth can be a healing moment for you. Your full moon self care tip: scripting is a powerful way to strengthen your beliefs and remove worry or self doubt of what others think. To practice it, simply write down the reality you desire, including what you believe, your goals, and your dreams, in order to bring it to fruition. Reflect on your script and send out love and acceptance to yourself. Libra. This is a powerful time to embrace your personal power. The full moon is encouraging you to transform by understanding your worth in close relationship and deep bonds. A scenario surrounding sharing resources or finances can trigger past feelings of unworthiness, prompting you to look closely at strengthening this about yourself. Know your boundaries, and others will too. Your full moon self-care tip: your sign represents the energy of love. Once you integrate this feeling into your heart, you can feel it back from others. The key is ensuring your own internal energy is balanced, and a Reiki healing session can help. Scorpio. The Taurus full moon highlights key relationships and your role in them. A change or stressful event in a love, platonic, or work relationship can bring karmic setbacks to light for you. This can be a time for you to learn what works for you and to eliminate what simply doesn't. It's time to choose yourself It's time to choose yourself in order to come into alignment with others. Your full moon self care tip: endings can be painful, but who better to handle them than a Scorpio? Meditation is recommended in order to work through turbulent scenarios and to not react too quickly. Take 20 minutes during the full moon to connect back with your physical body and to help release intense emotions. You can then move forward with a clear mind, head, and heart. Sagittarius. The Taurus full moon is signaling a drastic change in how you take care of your health and whether you are practicing self care. You may have been overworking yourself lately, Sagittarius. Slow down and take a break from the grind. Your full moon self care tip: take a time out from work and daily responsibilities. A spiritual bath comprised of cleansing lavender, a spiritual bath comprised of cleansing water. A spiritual bath comprised of cleansing lavender essences and sea salt can give you the moment you need to bring you out of the chaos and back into your physical body. Capricorn. A sudden creative idea or spark of genius can occur that could end up being very lucrative for you. Perhaps this big idea is what you've needed all along in order to align with who you truly are. Your full moon self-care tip: a vision board is a creative and metaphysical way to not only build out your exciting idea, but to bring it into your reality. Get inspired and create a collage surrounding your dream. This will help boost not only your mood, but help to manifest it faster. Aquarius. Your home life will experience a sudden transformation, and this is much needed. Uranus is your ruling planet, so normally you welcome change. Perhaps a move or complete redecoration and overhaul of your personal space is necessary. Your full moon self-care tip: crystal energy can be a grounding force to help bring in new inspiration and ground your forward-thinking mind in the present. Clear quartz is a fantastic stone that promotes clarity of thought while also cleansing the energies of your personal space. Pisces. Communication is an important facet of life, and you could suddenly be compelled to speak your truth and what you value to others. This may come as a shock to those around you, but be a positive healing moment for you. Your full moon self-care tip: strengthening your throat energy center can help assist you during this time. Sound bath meditations Sound bath meditations can help balance and clear your ability to speak. Attend a digital sound bath online to connect with community and heal this area of your energetic system. Let's see. Is there anything else on this? Let's see what else I can find about this blue moon that's coming up. So basically, just for everyone, just get into your energy and start loving and appreciating you. Let's see what else I could find. Let's see what I could find. Sorry for the pause. I should have had some other tabs opened up here. Let's see. This is housebeautiful.com. Let's see if there's something good on this one. Let me share this screen. It Says a rare blue moon will light up the night sky this Halloween. Oh, that's pretty. 2020 may not have been the best year for travel or even leaving the house, but it's been a great year for celestial events. This past spring, we saw a full worm moon in March, followed by a pink supermoon in April. In July, we were treated to an array of astronomical wonders, including double meteor showers and a lunar eclipse. As we settle into August, we can expect a Perseid meteor shower as well as spot Venus in conjunction with the crescent moon. But as you may recall from our 2020 full moon list, a blue moon is also on the menu for this year's skies. This rare phenomenon will occur on October 31st, 2020. That's right, a blue moon on Halloween night. Talk about epic. What is a blue moon? Now, in a perfect world, a blue moon would most likely mean that the moon appears blue during the night. That's usually not the case, unfortunately. A moon isn't considered a blue moon because of its color, but rather when it occurs. As you may already know, full moons typically occur once a month. When 13 full moons occur in one year instead of 12, that means you've got a blue moon, and its uncommon nature is the basis for the phrase once in a blue moon. There are two types of blue moons. A full moon can be considered blue when it's the second of two full moons in a calendar month, aka a monthly blue moon, or when it's the third of four full moons in a single season, aka a seasonal blue moon, according to Earth sky. While there's a good chance October's blue moon won't actually appear blue for us Earth dwellers down below, it doesn't mean it's completely impossible. According to Time and Date, a moon can appear blue if the atmosphere is filled with dust or smoke particles of a certain size. Therefore, if a massive volcanic eruption occurred, that could give the moon a bluish tone. The 1980 eruption of Mount St. Helens in the US, the 1983 eruption of Mount Krakatoa in Indonesia, and the 1991 eruption of Mount Pinatubo in the Philippines have all made the moon look blue. What type of blue moon will we see in 2020? This year's blue moon will be a monthly blue moon. There will be a full moon on October 1st and October 31st, 2020. Because October has two full moons scheduled, the latter full moon is dubbed as the blue moon. According to AccuWeather meteorologist Brian Leda, we won't be able to catch another blue moon on Halloween night until 2039. With that in mind, best to mark your calendars now. So in another 19 years is the next Halloween blue moon that we're going to see. Let's see if there's anything else on here. Nada más aquí. Let's see. So you guys are in for a treat on Halloween, because you're not going to see another blue moon on Halloween for another 19 years. Let's see. Here's something from 2 days ago. This is rush.com. Screen share. Do you guys see how pretty that that my avatar is? Shout out to JB Noriega. He gets photo credit for this, that picture there. Let me see, screen share. Smash the like button, guys. If you guys haven't already, make sure you subscribe. All right, what to expect from the intense Halloween blue moon? Pretty. Really, it seems only fitting that the year 2020 would play host to one of the rarest and most chaotic celestial events, a Halloween blue moon. A blue moon, of course, is not actually blue in color. Much like the April pink moon, the name finds its origins in folklore. A blue moon is a blue moon is special because it is the occurrence of a second full moon inside of a calendar month. Since the moon's cycle is 29.5 days, experiencing two full moons in a month is rather rare. It only happens once every 2 to 3 years, hence the saying once in a blue moon. But what about a blue moon occurring on Halloween? Well, as you can imagine, that's even rarer. In fact, the last time it happened was 75 years ago. The moon will be at its fullest at 1:49 a.m. in the early hours of November 1st, but we will get a spectacular look as it rises in the sky on the evening of October 31st. The energy from this event is powerful. Ordinarily, full moons are always times of illumination, the moving of buried secrets or feelings to the surface, and a climax of the energy we've been feeling across the current moon cycle. But this one in particular has a few extra things in store for us. Energy of Energy from the Hunter full moon. Called the Hunter moon, the one that falls directly after the harvest moon, this blue moon brings us a mix of energies. This particular blue moon falls in the signs of This particular blue moon falls in the sign of Taurus, which is actually welcome reprieve. Taurus is a sign of simplicity. Enduringly pragmatic, dedicated, and earthy, the energy from this Taurus moon will help us find balance in the messy Scorpio season we find ourselves in the middle of. Of course, Taurus is a sign known for stubbornness. Try not to give into this energy and instead focus on your heightened appreciation for beauty. Enjoy music, delve into your creative pursuits, and use this energetic boost to its full advantage. One thing in particular to be cautious of is the influence of Uranus, a planet of change and surprises. Its angle to its angle to both the moon and sun at this time means that we will need to prepare for change and expect the unexpected. The influence of Halloween. Where things really start to simmer is when we look at the peculiar blah, where things really start to simmer is when we look at the peculiar timing of this full moon, Halloween. Of course, many will not put too much stock into this day, but when delving into history, it's undeniable that there is something more to this event than costumes and pumpkins. Halloween is said to be a day when the divide between the world of the living and the other side is at its thinnest. During this time, we're most easily able to connect with the spirits and the dead, or so folklore says. So where did this days come from? Well, it might interest you to know that several ancient civilizations across different eras and completely different regions with no means to communicate with each other have a celebration at this time. We start with the 2,000-year-old Celtic pagans who used to celebrate Samhain on October 31st and November 1st, an event marking a descent into the dark half of the year and a time when it was said that the barrier between physical and spirit worlds would break. 9th century AD Christians of the Roman Empire celebrated All Souls Day on November 1st. Then, of course, there is the Mexican holiday of Day of the Dead, which we can note is a culturally distinct celebration that is different from Halloween, but its timing is interesting. It's a 3-day long celebration from October 31st to November 2nd, where the dead are said to be able to come back and visit their families. The celebrations actually date back 3,000 years to the Colombian Aztecs. It's also called Dia de los Muertos in Spanish. Hey, Diziam. History tells us that this day is significant, a time where the barriers of our physical world may thin. Coupled with the climatic and illuminating energy of a full moon, this may be a time when we're most in touch with our spiritual selves. We may have an increased intuition and connected beyond what is tangible and physical. Spooky. The key takeaways: embrace the balance from Taurus, prepare for change from Uranus, and expect some spooky surprises. What to expect from the October new moon? Oh, that's the new moon. Let's see what else we could find. Is there anything you guys want me to look up regarding the blue moon? Let's see. This is on travel and leisure. All right, here's another one. Let me share the screen. Smash the like button. All right, this is on travel and leisure. I'll show you guys the title of it. A rare blue moon will light up the sky on Halloween this year. A rare blue moon will rise on Halloween this month. Here's what to expect. The spooky season is finally here, bringing pumpkins, candy corn, and colorful fall foliage with it. While this year's Halloween celebrations might look a little different because of the coronavirus pandemic, a rare Halloween blue moon will light up the sky on October 31st. As if 2020 wasn't crazy enough, a combination of rare lunar events will make this Halloween extra special. A full moon occurs on Halloween every 18 to 19 years, and a blue moon only happens every 2.5 to 3 years, according to Farmer's Almanac. So this combination is a really rare event. Here's everything you need to know about 2020's rare Halloween blue moon. What is a blue moon? You've probably heard, great, thanks. I clicked no. Let's see, let me make sure you guys are still on this one. Okay. You've probably heard the phrase once in a blue moon to describe something that rarely happens, but do you know how that phrase came to be? Blue moon is the name given to the second full moon in a calendar month. According to NASA, there are about 29.5 days between full moons, so it's pretty unusual that you'd be able to see 2 full moons in a month. In fact, a blue moon only occurs every 2.5 to 3 years. This year, we will have 13 full moons, and this October, the first full moon, also known as the harvest moon, will rise on the first of the month, and a rare Halloween blue moon will occur on the 31st. Are blue moons actually blue? They stop getting all these pop-ups. It's a common misconception that blue moons are named for their hue. Most blue moons look like your standard full moon, so don't expect to spot a cobalt-colored satellite this October 31st. While Halloween's full moon will likely appear in its usual gray color, the moon has turned blue in the past. Volcanic eruptions and forest fires can give the moon a bluish tint, thanks to the ash and smoke released into the air, according to NASA. The next blue moon will occur in almost 3 years on August 31st, 2023. You don't need any special equipment to spot these rare moons. Just hope for clear skies so you get a great view of Earth's satellite. That didn't give us much. Let's see, what else can we find? Ooh, somebody just posted this 5 hours ago. This is womenshealthmag.com. Let me share this screen. I'm going to be getting a new MacBook very soon, guys, so bear with me. Halloween's rare full blue moon in Taurus is here to help get you out of your rut. Let's say that again. Halloween's rare full blue moon in Taurus is here to help get you out of your rut. Spooky, more like spooktacular. In pretty much every Halloween movie, there tends to be a huge, kind of eerie full moon shining brightly in the sky. Well, it's super rare, but this Halloween, there's actually going to be a full moon, because what else would you expect from 2020? It's called the full blue moon, and it's happening in the sign of Taurus on Saturday, October 31st, 2020, aka Halloween. But don't worry, this full moon isn't something out of horror flick. Instead, it's going to make you want to break free and get your party on, according to Donna Page, a certified astrologer in Atlanta. But of course, there's more going on than just that. Here's what else your zodiac sign can expect from the full blue moon in Taurus, plus how it may impact your life going forward. So here's another one that tells you about your zodiacs and how what you can probably expect or might expect to go through. What is the full blue moon in Taurus? Before getting into that, it's important to first cover what a full moon is. The moon has different phases, and a full moon is the phase where the moon looks like a big, awesome, sometimes spooky ball of light in the sky. This particular full moon is called a blue moon because it's the second full moon in this month, something that's pretty rare according to the Farmer's Almanac. Fun fact, there hasn't been a full moon on Halloween falling in all time zones since 1944, the Farmer's Almanac says. How will the full blue moon in Taurus impact your zodiac sign? Great news for the Halloween lover in you. This full moon has a seriously strong party vibe. You'll want to do the holiday up big, splurging on a costume, buying full-size candy bars for trick-or-treaters, decking out your place in pumpkins and fake spider webs, the works. However, you do it up this holiday, just remember to maintain a safe social distance. And even if you're just planning a scary movie marathon at home with your significant other, you'll still want to go all out. This particular full moon This particular full moon is also connected to Uranus, aka the planet of unpredictability and wanting to break free. You'll have a seriously strong urge to break out of your usual routine and do something a little more wild, whether that's wearing a costume you wouldn't normally choose or planning an impromptu mini road trip. And if someone tries to tell you what you can and can't do, it's not going to end well for them. The full blue moon in Taurus is also super sensual. The full blue moon in Taurus is also super sensual, making it a great time to connect with someone new or to spend the evening partying it up with your partner and, taking the after party to your bedroom. But overall, this full moon is about having some good old-fashioned FUN. The full blue moon in Taurus will impact all zodiac signs, but Taurus, Scorpio, and Libra will feel it most. How will the full blue moon in Taurus affect your future? The full blue moon in Taurus is all about living for the moment, and that's so needed right now. But while a lot of the emphasis is on what's happening this second, it'll also remind you of how good it feels to just relax and have fun in general. So take the spur of the moment carefree vibes and try to infuse them into your life a little more moving forward. Maybe you'll make fewer plans and just jump in your car and go when the mood strikes, or maybe you'll arrange a virtual cocktail making class with your buddies or keep the fun going. If there's any way to add a little more fun, party vibes into your life going forward, you're so there. As for the sensual side, having an all-out super fun evening with your significant other will help bring you two closer and push you to get out of your routine a little more in the future. The next full moon is on November 30th, 2020 in the sign of Gemini. During this full moon, you'll have a serious craving to shake things up. Notice a pattern here? Until then, enjoy having a Hollywood version of Halloween. Need some cool tunes to listen to during the full moon? Check out this Spotify playlist. So it really didn't go into the different zodiacs like the other one did. That's from Women's Health Mag. Let's see. Mm-mm-mm. I think I've pretty much clicked on all of this stuff. What happens during a blue moon? A blue moon is a fairly infrequent phenomenon involving the appearance of an additional full moon within a given period. The older meaning defines a blue moon as a third full moon in a season that has 4 full moons. Called a seasonal blue moon, this occurs about every 2.5 years according to NASA. Let me look at, they kept saying Farmer's Almanac. Let me look that up. They all ignore the fact that there are 13 ellipticals, so everyone's horoscopes are off by up to a month and a half. I know, that's what I was hearing and learning. Or not learning, but just hearing. I haven't really dived into any of it. Let's see, the Farmer's Almanac. A rare Halloween blue moon in 2020. Mark your calendars. Okay, let's see if we can screen share this one. This was written, let me see. I'm going to be reading this as it was written, like, who knows when it was written. Go take a shower. You need to get in the shower. I've already told you. Hang on, guys. Let me click on my attention. Okie dokie. In January, we promised our readers that 2020 would be a stargazer's treat, especially when it came to full moons. In total, for 2020, we will have 13 full moons, including 2 supermoons and a full moon on Halloween, which is more uncommon than you may realize. Read on to learn more. Walk. 13 full moons in 2020. The first full moon of 2020 held onto the scene with January's wolf moon on January 10th. And usually we have one for each month, making the total 12 for the year. But on occasion, some months will have 2 full moons. This is the case for October 2020. We'll have a full moon on Thursday, October 1st, which will be the harvest moon, and again on Saturday, October 31st, a Halloween full hunter's moon in all time zones. The moon turns full at 10:49 a.m. EDT, making this a super fun, rare treat. Scrolling. Rare Halloween blue hunter's moon in 2020. When we think of All Hallows Eve, many of us conjure up terrifying images of werewolves, goblins, zombies, and other scary things that go bump in the night, all lit up by a spooky full moon. But how common is a Halloween full moon? Apparently, not very. In 2001, Ghosts and goblins in Central and Pacific time zones trick-or-treated by the light of a full moon, but a Halloween full moon hadn't appeared for everyone in all time zones since 1944. When you look at the full moon on Halloween night, it won't appear blue in color, but you will be looking at something pretty uncommon. A full moon a full moon on Halloween occurs roughly once every 19 years, a pattern known as the Metonic cycle. This well-known lunar cycle was discovered in 432 BC by the Greek Meton of Athens. He determined that after 19 years have elapsed, the phase of the moon will repeat on the same date. Well, not always. Because of slight variations in the moon's orbital period and the number of leap days that intervene over a 19-year time span, the Metonic cycle can be accurately only to within a day. For a Halloween full moon, the Metonic cycle worked well early in the 20th century, in the years 1925 and 1944. But thereafter, using the cycle, the date of full moon shifted a day to November 1st in 1963, 1982, and 2001. But then in 2020, it returned to October 31st, making it a rarer sight indeed. But for 2020 on through the balance of the 21st century, a full moon on Halloween will occur once every 19 years. Blue moon definition. For more than half a century, whenever two full moons appear in a single month, which happens on average every 2.5 to 3 years, the second full moon is christened a blue moon. How does it not happen in different time zones? Seems like it usually is, no? I don't know. I've never heard of it being hit or miss. I don't know. I've never even looked any of this up before, Dizium. Let's see. Did I read that part? Fun fact, anytime the moon is technically full on October 31st, as it will be this year, it would also have to be a blue moon because the lunar cycle is only 29.5 days long. There's an alternate definition of a blue moon when there are four full moons in a single season. The third is considered a blue moon. When's the next Halloween full moon? According to astronomers, we will see a 100% illuminated Halloween full moon after 2020 in the years 2039, 2058, 2077, and 2096. Note the 19-year pattern. The good news is that even if the moon is a day or two away from 100% full on any particular Halloween, it can still serve the purpose for a spooky backdrop since most people can't tell the difference between a 98% illuminated moon and a 100% full moon. Cases in point November 2nd, 2029 and October 30th, 2031. Plan your costumes accordingly. Let's see. October's full moon dates and times. October 1st, the full harvest moon at 5:05 p.m. EDT. October 31st, the full Halloween hunter's blue moon, quite a mouthful, at 10:49 a.m. EDT. We had two supermoons in 2020. For a supermoon to occur, we can thank the shape of the moon's orbit, which is not a perfect circle, but an oval shape. That means when the moon orbits the Earth each month, it reaches a point that's farthest from the Earth, called apogee, and a point where it swings closest to the Earth, called perigee. According to how most people define a supermoon, it occurs when the moon is at least 90% of the way to its perigee position at the same time it is in its full phase. Based on this definition, we experienced two supermoons this year. March's worm moon turned 100% full on March 9th, moon at perigee on March 10th. April's pink moon turned 100% full on April 7th, moon at perigee on April 7th. When we have a supermoon, a moon can appear as much as 14% larger and 30% brighter than a normal full moon. With all this special full full moon activity in 2020. Be sure to mark your calendars so you don't miss a thing. Are you guys going to be checking out the blue moon on Halloween? Let me see. Let's go a little bit deeper. Sweet. I'll look into it after my final hour of trabajo for the day. Oh, nice. Nice. You're almost done with work, my friend. Let me see. This was written on February 6th, 2020 by oceanconservancy.org. Let me share this screen. And this is about how does the moon affect our ocean? Hmm. During a full moon, it is not unusual to hear people make jokes about the erratic actions of themselves or others, blaming the Bella Luna for any bad behavior. In fact, the word lunatic or lunacy is derived from the Roman goddess of the moon, Luna. The moon has been accused of controlling everything from fertility to the foraging behavior of mice, but whether or not the moon actually has that much or any influence on our behavior still has yet to be proven. One thing we know for sure about this celestial body, it plays a huge role by influencing our beautiful ocean tides. The combination of Earth's gravity and the gravitational pull of the moon creates a phenomenon called tidal force, which is what causes our ocean tides to change. How does this actually work? Well, it all comes down to the basics of gravity. As I learned in elementary school, gravity is the invisible force that pulls objects toward each other, and the reason you're able to read this without floating off into space. Anything that has mass has gravity, and luckily for us, Earth is pretty big. The moon's mass is smaller than the mass of Earth, about 80 times smaller, but it still has gravity. This is why, as the Earth rotates, the area closest to the moon experiences its gravitational pull. You might be wondering, but if we rotate past the moon only once a day, how is it that we have two high tides per day? Great question. This is where tidal force comes in. Tidal force is actually the moon's average gravitational pull over the entire Earth, subtracted from the moon's gravitational pull in a specific location. You see, the moon's gravity actually affects the entire Earth, not just the water. But because water is much less dense than land, we actually see the tides change. On the opposite side of the Earth, farthest from the moon, where the moon's gravity is the weakest, we experience high tide because the rest of the Earth is being pulled away from us toward the moon. This same phenomenon explains the extra shift in tides during both the full and new moons. The sun has gravity too. Its gravity actually holds our entire solar system together. And during both full and new moons, when the Earth, moon, and sun all line up, their gravitational powers combined cause these more extreme tides called spring tides. During the first and third quarter moons, when we see the lunar and solar gravitational pulls combat each other, we see smaller tides known as neap tides. The jury is still out on whether or not humans are scientifically impacted by the gravitational pull of the moon. However, I propose that if we are influenced at all by the full moon, tidal force dictates we should be equally impacted by the new moon, just like our ocean tides. I believe, like, it just makes logic, it's very logical to me that we are influenced by all of this because if it can control and shift the water, like, what do you think our brain, like, what do you think's going on in our brains. You know what I'm saying? Oh, sorry, Corleone. Yeah, I was just talking about the full blue moon and what a rare event it is, and how it's going to impact people and their zodiac signs and all of that stuff. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. Make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe. I'm about to head out like a baby being born. Thank you for tuning in. Good night, Muay Thai. Good night, Dizium. Good night, Eva. Good night, Corleone. Good night, everyone else. Have a good one. Yeah, I think our brains can get really jumbled up. You know what I'm saying? So it's all connected. It's all relevant. Have a great evening.